This here's my fiancé, Fred. Fred Lawton.
It rhymes with rotten.
I told you to quit saying it. Get that cat out of here. I told you I don't like cats.
You don't like cats, you don't like kids, you don't like nothing.
Come on, Lana, get your nightgown, whatever else you need. Well, Doris, when's the wedding to be?
Oh, pretty soon, I guess, but we still have a little problem to work out.
If you mean Lana, I told you I'd be happy to take her off your hands.
Well, of course, I'd hate to leave my baby, but, well, Fred here...
Well, I'm sure there would be many social agencies that would be able to place Lana for a while.
Oh, it ain't as easy as that. I already checked.
And it isn't necessary. I meant it when I said I'd take her.
Kelly, that's the place right there. I won't be long, but you better find a place to park.
Charlie, I told you not to play with that Krosky girl. Now come on upstairs.
I'll be right down.
Oh.
Somebody lassoed my sign yesterday and pulled it loose.
I did it.
I wonder if you could tell me.
Job is still open.
The job? What job?
Sign in the window.
Oh, I'm not looking for a job. I'm looking for a record. It's out of circulation. They said if anyone would have it, you might.
I beg your pardon. Come on in. Now, what is it you were trying to find?
It's Beethoven's Sonata No. 9 by Heifetz.
I wish you were applying for the job. Most of the girls who come in here, generally, their tastes run from rock to roll and back again. 539A.
Would you hire me if I were?
Why not?
Well, for one thing, I've never done this sort of thing before.
Oh, there's not much to it. Not much to the salary either. Who knows, you might like it.
Who knows?
I do repair work in the back. I need someone out here to take care of the customers. Someone steady.
Oh, well, no one has ever called me steady. I mean, it isn't one of my better-known characteristics. But I think I could be.
Why don't we try to find out? That is, if you'd like to try, Miss...
Harris, Maggie Harris.
I'm Paul Varden. Want to take a chance?
Why not?
I only pay $25 a week. Of course, you don't have to come in till 1 o'clock. I can do all the repair work in the afternoon.
That would be fine.
Well, good. Want to start right now?
Yes. Oh, no, in 5 minutes. I forgot something at the corner.
All right.
Hey, Paul, you're not going to give her the job, are you?
Well, I thought I would.
You promised you'd give it to me.
I said when you got a little bigger.
Maybe I've already grown some.
Since yesterday?
Oh.
Kelly, I'll be here the rest of the afternoon. You don't have to wait.
Shall I call for you later, Miss Harris?
No, I'll manage. Kelly, I have a job.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
Why don't you watch where you're going?
Well, that was a quick trip.
I almost didn't make it. Little girl practically ran me over.
Lana? She's not my little girl. She's sort of nobody's child.
Oh, she must have somebody.
Oh, her father's dead, and mother's the kind she'd be better off without.
That's too bad. Why don't you go in the back and let me try out my new job? I'll bet you I'll sell something to the first person who walks in the door.
It's a bet. I'll be in the back if you need me.
Hello, may I help you?
Where's Paul?
Oh, well, he's in the back. I'm Miss Harris. I'll be helping out in the shop.
Oh, how nice. Paul's been doing too much lately. Sometimes I see him working here till all hours. I'm Miss Loomis. I live across the street.
Oh.
Paul ordered a record for me. He said it would be in today.
Well, let me check on that. What was the name of the record?
Because. Sung by Caruso.
Well, I'll have to get the number on that.
He ordered it for me special, so it would be under the counter.
Oh, of course.
I buy 1 record a week. That's my music budget.
That's a nice idea. Here it is. Now I'll have to check the price.
It's 89 cents. But if you'd like to check, the prices are in this little book here.
Oh, well, I don't think that will be necessary. There you are. Thank you.
Thank you. You'll be seeing more of me.
Paul? Mr. Barton. I did it. I sold something to the first person who came in.
Miss Loomis from across the street? Who was the salesman, I'd like to know?
Oh, you were eavesdropping.
That stinking Fuller boy called me trash. I called him trash right back. He said I didn't have no father, and I did so, too, till she shot him.
Who shot him?
My mom. He wasn't worth the powder to blow him up, but she let him have it.
Lana, your father died of pneumonia.
Well, I know different.
Wash up and I'll fix you some supper.
You feed her, too?
I do just about everything for her at one time or another. You think she's pretty hopeless, don't you?
Well, I think she's a little monster.
Well, you'll get used to her. She grows on you.
Well, would you like to make a bet on that?
I'll take a chance. One thing I've learned about life, if you don't take a chance, you're sure to wind up with nothing. By the way, I'm glad you took the job.
Hello, Aunt Cecilia.
Maggie, have you seen this? Mr. James Mackenzie III and Miss Millicent Hollander were married in a surprise ceremony in Greenwich, Connecticut early this morning.
Oh, good. You know, I had dinner with Jimmy the night before last. He gave me my final chance to marry him. You might say that my wedding gift to Millicent was Jimmy.
Maggie, when will you think of something to give as a wedding present besides the groom? Why didn't you marry him?
Why should I have?
Oh, no special reason. You don't have to get married at all.
You can't say I haven't tried. I've yawned with 3 different fiancés. Should marriage be based on mutual boredom?
I can't imagine that young men have changed so much. Do you realize that when I was your age, I had been married 3 times?
And you want me to follow your shameful example?
I was never bored.
Well, I'm not bored either now. I took a job today.
A what? You've never worked a day in your life.
Correction, I've worked 1 day. Tomorrow it will be 2.
What in the world possessed you?
I don't know. He just asked me, and I found myself saying yes.
He?
My boss. He's charming.
Oh, he must be. I wonder how long this will last.
Well, you might be surprised. Oh, the food was delicious, but I ate too much.
You're supposed to at Luigi's.
Oh, why do you stay in the little shop? I mean, there must be something more important for you to do.
I'm happy in what I'm doing. What could be more important than that?
Well, I can't think of an answer to that.
Life isn't so complicated, really. Just try to get the most out of it every day.
Well, that's a nice trick if you can do it.
Have you tried it?
Well, Lana, what are you doing here?
Too much noise up there. Fred and her fighting.
Fred is the mother's gentleman friend.
His ship just got in. He brung her a pink satin pillow, says San Diego Harbor on it. And she says it ain't no fit engagement present. She ought to have a ring.
Well, I'll fix you a bed on the sofa. We'll have to let your mother know.
She won't miss me.
You mind waiting, Maggie? We'll be down in just a minute.
Oh, can I come along?
Yes, if you'd like to.
Race it to the top.
Why not? Follow the leader.
What's wrong?
Old age. I guess it's later than I thought.
Are you all right?
Oh, sure. Great in an elevator.
Hurry up! I had a ring for my other engagements, and I want a ring this time.
I thought you wanted a honeymoon in Atlantic City.
Ah! Shut up! Paul's here. Well, it's my naughty little baby. And I thought she was in bed. Thank you, Mr. Varden. It was real nice of you to catch her.
I thought if you wanted to go out, you might like to have her stay the night at my place.
Well, now, ain't... Isn't that nice, honey?
Ask your friends to come in, Doris.
Oh, sure. Won't you come in?
Mrs. Krosky, Miss Harris.
Pleased to meet you.
How do you do, Mrs. Krosky?
Oh, well, I'm not going to be Mrs. Krosky for long. This here's my fiancé, Fred Lawton.
It rhymes with rotten.
I told you to quit saying it. Get that cat out of here. I told you I don't like cats.
You don't like cats, you don't like kids, you don't like nothing.
Come on, Lana, get your nightgown, whatever else you need. Well, Doris, when's the wedding to be?
Pretty soon, I guess, but we still have a little problem to work out.
If you mean Lana, I told you I'd be happy to take her off your hands.
Well, of course, I'd hate to leave my baby, but Fred here...
Well, I'm sure there would be many social agencies that would be able to place Lana for a while.
Oh, it ain't as easy as that. I already checked.
And it isn't necessary. I meant it when I said I'd take her.
Oh, that would be nice. Wouldn't that be nice, Freddie?
Yeah, sure, swell. Iron kids ain't copacetic. You know, Doris here I understand. But that Lana, she's too smart for me.
I'm ready.
Lana Joan Hetty.
Don't call me that dumb name.
It's for my honeymoon.
Wait.
Oh, honey, please don't act nasty in front of Mr. Varden and the lady here. He might adopt you for a little while. Just till I go to Hollywood and make my first picture. Then we're going to have swimming pools and everything. And I'm going to send for you.
Yeah,
Come on, get your own nightgown.
I ain't got any.
The laundry ain't back yet.
Well, I'll give her one of my pajama tops. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Oh, you weren't serious about taking Lana, were you?
Of course I was. I'd like to try to give her a few opportunities. She deserves that much.
Well, why you?
There isn't anyone else.
Well, you have your own life to lead. I mean, how will she fit in?
I don't know, but she will somehow. That's up to me.
But, Paul,
You go on in and get ready for bed.
You coming?
Well, in a little while, Maggie and I want to talk for a minute.
You like her, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Better than me?
No, not better than you. Did you come in for a while?
no, if I did, I'd feel like the third angle of an acute triangle. I wouldn't like that. Taxi! Paul? Anybody here? Hello, Lana. Where's Paul?
He said he'd be back in a few minutes.
What are you doing there? What are you putting in your pocket?
I'm only taking it to play with.
I think you'd better put it back.
Why should I? You'll tell him anyway. I might as well keep it.
Hi.
Hi, yourself.
Lana's still here?
No, she just left.
Oh, good. Every time she comes here for lunch, she's late getting back to school.
Oh, speaking of being late, your appointment with Dr. Schaefer is at 1:30 today.
Oh, I meant to call him and tell him I'm not coming in after all. It's silly.
You're going, and that's an order. Oh, really, you should find out why you were faint going up to Krosky's the other night.
You're beginning to make noises like a wife.
Am I?
Uh-huh. You know what? I like it. You've been here, what, 2 weeks? And already I can't remember what it was like without you.
Well, if you want me to stay, then do as I say.
Yes, ma'am.
Paul, why don't you have dinner with me at my apartment tomorrow night? I owe you one.
Well, I'd like that.
And bring Lana.
All right.
7 o'clock?
We'll be there. Maybe I'll speak to your father.
Oh, an old-fashioned man. Well, it will have to be my aunt.
Maggie, I'm very fond of you.
Mr. Varden, this is business establishment.
I mean business.
Maggie, I'm most annoyed with you. Picking an evening when I can't be here.
Well, if you weren't bringing Lana, I'd want you here. But under the circumstances...
I've never seen a child I couldn't get along with.
That's just it. You'd make everything seem all right.
Well, isn't that what you want?
No, it isn't. I want Paul to see Lana in this environment and to see that adopting her is impossible, that she just doesn't belong.
Mr. Varden.
Oh, thank you, Carl. Hello, Paul.
Maggie?
Aunt Cecilia, this is Paul Varden.
So you're that Legree of an employer.
I'm afraid so.
And where's Lana?
Lana? Lana?
Lana, how nice you look.
Well, it was a struggle, but we finally made it. You look surprised.
I can hardly believe it.
Hello, Lana. I'm very happy to meet you.
Paul said I had to be nice, and I'm not sure I can.
Oh, I have that trouble, too. Why don't we go over here and have a nice little chat? I'll bet you're a very interesting little girl.
Yeah? What do you want to bet?
Aunt Cecilia, you'll be late.
Oh, I'm sorry I have to run.
We're sorry, too.
Yeah, you're kind of nice.
Well, maybe you'll still be here when I get back. Good night. Have a nice dinner.
Good night.
Lana, that's a very pretty dress.
Paul bought it. It cost $9.98. How much did yours cost?
Well, a little more than that, I'm sorry to say.
Can I take this ribbon off now? She's seen it.
No.
What's in here?
The dining room.
Oh, boy.
You outdid yourself, didn't you, Paul?
I wanted to please you. Somehow I haven't. You did ask me to bring her.
Of course I did. She really does look sweet. You can be proud of your efforts.
Beg pardon, Miss Harris. May I see you a moment?
Yes, excuse me. Thank you, Carl. Lana?
You want to see me?
Lana, the little silver birds on the dining room table are very old and very valuable. I'd like you to give me the one you put in your pocket.
Lana.
What silver bird?
Carl saw you take it. May I have it, please?
I only took it to play with. I never seen anything like it before.
Lana, put it back where you found it. And don't touch anything else. This is not your home, nor mine. She didn't realize.
Oh, Paul, please. She did realize. She knew exactly what she was doing.
Oh, Maggie, you're not being fair. She's just a child.
A problem child. She's unpleasant, unmannerly, and dishonest.
You really hate the child, don't you?
I don't hate her. I just know her for what she is. You don't seem to be able to see that.
I'm sorry, Maggie, but I don't think I'm the one who's being short-sighted.
Paul, I understand how you feel. Really, I do. You were lonely and Lana came along. She became dependent on you. Well, a puppy would have done as well. Or better, you can train a puppy.
Well, I think Lana's a little more important than a puppy. Or don't you agree?
Well, let's not argue about it. Let's just forget it.
I'm afraid we can't do that.
No, I guess we can't. Paul, if I really mean something to you...
Maggie, you know you do. But don't make it a choice.
I have to.
I can't leave that little girl who hasn't got any body or anything. Maggie, look at what you have. Don't force this into a choice.
No, I shouldn't force you to make the choice, so I'll make it. I'm sorry, Paul.
You mean you have made it? Well, I'm afraid our little dinner party wouldn't be much fun.
I'm afraid not.
Maggie, you have to learn to take chances. Each night when you close your eyes, you take a chance on never opening them again. Think about that, and it gives you courage to take other chances. Each day is too good to waste being afraid. Lana? I'm going home.
Good morning.
morning.
What's on the schedule for today? Same thing that's been on the schedule for the last 2 weeks.
Please, Aunt Cecilia.
Maggie, stop being so stubborn and go see Paul Varden. That's what you want to do. Stop fighting yourself.
The child, I just can't get around that child.
I've lost a couple of men to other women in my time, but to lose one to an 8-year-old.
That isn't the point, Aunt Cecilia. The point is I just don't see how it can work out for the 3 of us.
Maggie, whenever a woman falls in love, she's got to take chances. Believe me, there's always a gamble that has to be taken.
That's what he's always saying. You have to take a chance. Am I terribly wrong, Aunt Cecilia?
I'm not sure there's any right or wrong about it, dear. But I think you love him. Go see him, Maggie. Find out.
Paul? Paul?
Miss Harris, haven't you heard?
Heard? Heard what?
Didn't you know, my dear? Mr. Varden's dead.
Paul?
He had an attack last Tuesday.
No, he can't.
Well, I guess nobody around here knew where you were living.
He just had a little high blood pressure.
He's had a bad heart for a long time. Come over to my apartment, dear. Let me make you a cup of tea.
I'm all right.
Lana's with me. I don't know what I'll do with her. Don't even know where her mother and the sailor she married went. She left her here with Paul, and I've been taking care.
Please, would you just let me be here by myself for a while?
I'm sorry, my dear.
Bringing him back. I only took him to play with. Told the other kids Pa give him to me because he liked me. You gotta have somebody that likes you.
Yes. You gotta have somebody.
That's why I took that little silver bird at your house. Like you was giving me a present. But I was gonna put it back.
Lana, would you like an ice cream cone or something?
Could I have a pizza pie? I like pizza pie.
Of course.
Come on.
Lana. Lana, I want to ask you something. I made a mess of a lot of things. Lana, would you take a chance with me? I mean, as you said, you've got to have somebody. And I need somebody.
What do you mean?
I mean, why don't you come stay with me for a while? And, well, let's see if we can't help each other out.
You just feel bad because Paul's dead. You're forgetting about my taking things and not washing. And my spelling. My teacher thinks I ain't smart.
Well, I think you're smart. There are a lot of things you can teach me.
You mean it?
Let's go tell Miss Loomis. Okay.
Can I still have a pizza pie?
Lana, better take my hand.
I've crossed streets before.
Well, I'd like to take your hand.
It's sticky.
It'll wash.
son, Eric Burden, is one raw